When me and my wife started dating, her grandmother told her, do not mess with them Snell boys. Said they'll fill your house full of young'uns and they'll be gone all the time. And that's the way it was back in the day. Our grandpa, they went to a job and they stayed there and slept in tents on the ground until they got through. And stayed gone all the time.
The company was founded by my great-great-grandfather, G.F. Snell. They started building culverts, and as we have progressed from generation to generation, we've naturally added more and more services in response to more and more family members, needing other places to work, areas to work within the business. And through acquisitions and organically, we've grown the company over the last 100 years to, branching out and making sure that we all had plenty to do.
In every family business, especially in one that was as large as ours, there was an understanding that there was a role for everybody. They were all expected to contribute. We all recognized that there was different talents within our family. Like I said, just wasn't one or two brothers involved. There was, has been as many as 20 plus shareholders at one time within the company. I think that's something here again that was passed down from generations back.
Throughout our 100 years, we've worked as far south as Savannah. We've worked in the Carolinas. We've gone where the work has been. So throughout Georgia with a focus in Metro Atlanta.
Well, obviously we was building bridges and culverts. In 1979, we bought out Art Stansel grading. So we went in the grading business. That changed us big time. Then, in 1990, when the Jasper acquisition happened, put us in the paving business, which really, really changed us. It doubled our employee count overnight. The asphalt business was obviously new to us. I heard people say, them boys, they don't know nothing about asphalt. And I said, we don't know a whole lot, but we know right from wrong. And that's kind of the way I looked at it. We knew right from wrong.
Probably the biggest project that we did early on in my career was the Kennedy Interchange, and we joint bid that with Shepherd Construction.
I came to work, we were working on it was in Cobb County. It was a joint venture, it was a $77 million project. I can just remember getting that project and how big it was to the company, and just to kind of start our growth upward in, I think it was 1996. Our biggest project to date, we joint ventured what we call the EIC, it's the East Side Interchange. It's at I-20 and I-285. It's a joint venture with Archer Western. It's a $580 million project. We just broke ground on it here 2 months ago. So the construction has officially started, and we're looking forward to building that for the next 5 years.
We purchased an asphalt plant in Augusta, and now we're doing $100 million plus a year annually in the Augusta market right now. We purchased a large bridge company in my career several years back, and that propelled us into the Macon market where we did our largest project ever. We, throughout our history, done major acquisitions that propelled us into new geographies, new markets, and it's kind of been this company's model throughout our history. This company has gotten to where it is thanks to not only a group of owners who worked here and believed in what we were doing, but because of the employees that have worked here. And our model has been promote from within any and every time that you can. And we have got company officers throughout this organization, superintendents, high-level managers that started at this company at 18, 19, 20 years old and worked their way up through hard work, through dedication, through believing in what we were doing and what we were building here. And that model has been the secret to our success, the generation before me to my generation. I believe it through and through. And if you ask any of the other owners or officers around this company, they would tell you the same.
The core values that we try to instill in all our employees from the family aspect is it allows people to want to come to work here. I've talked to people in our industry here lately that still struggle to hire, and we've been able to hire people. And I think a little bit of that is people want to come to work for a family business over a large corporation. So I think that allows us to continue to grow.
Well, one thing our grandfathers had taught us was to give back, whether it was to the community or to their employees and treating people right. I always said, you ain't gonna make everybody happy, but I want to leave the job knowing we did the right thing. So we tried to instill that in our people, whoever worked for us, the same way. Being able to help people and help in the community was probably the most gratifying part of working here.
Hard work and doing your job and paying our bills and doing the right thing. That's what Papa Snell was all about.
Family, first of all. Family is very important to both my great-grandfather and my grandfather. Once my grandfather took over the company, he believed in equal treatment of both employees as well as family members. He believed that you couldn't exist as a company if you weren't doing the same things outside for the community as you were doing for the company. So he was very community-oriented. I think those are the core things that he brought to the company, and we've tried to maintain over the years.
You tell people all the time in my passings that we're 100 years old and we're a family business, and most of them are just kind of in awe, Just to meet that and to continue to be successful after 100 years is just pretty incredible.
I couldn't be prouder of the generation that came before me that entrusted us with leading this company and taking this company to new heights. It's a big deal. That's not easy to turn a company that's our size, 950 employees, and doing the things that we're doing and facing the obstacles we face. And it's not something that doesn't go unnoticed by my generation, the trust that was put into us by the generation before us.
It's hard to imagine where it's come from to today. I can't hardly talk about it. But everything we accomplished, we had good balance because we were standing on their shoulders. They taught us how. That's how I see it.
Each generation was successful, was good at what they did, but also each succeeding generation was even more successful, and we wanted them to be, because they've already grown the company since I left. I wanted them to be successful. I got a son and a son-in-law in the business. I wanted them to be successful. I think the 100 years is a reflection of a lot of people, not family and non-family, that's done a good job.
100 years to me represents the family being connected is a big thing about it, and proud that we're able to do that. Share it with a bunch of other people too.
As a family, the most important thing has been the support that we have provided to each other through good times and through difficult times. Having the opportunity to be the president of this business, I had the support of cousins and my brother. I didn't have to think that every decision was mine to make, that I had their backing and their understanding and their support. And without that, I don't think the company could have been successful, and I certainly know I couldn't have been successful.